So and the course, I did like a few of the videos and like made notes and like it was actually really interesting. Like the one when you had to write down everything that you do, outside of the booking to prepare for the booking or like, you know, just everything. I was like, damn, it's actually quite a lot of things you do. Like without me even realizing.
It really is a small business. I think a lot of us come into this thinking it's like a side hustle, and certainly like you don't hear people refer to this as like a job or anything in that kind of language, but it is. You're running your own little small business. Any small business owner, hairdresser, lawyer, has got their own firm, or it's just them. They're all doing the same stuff, the admin, all that sort of thing. So it's good to be able to look at your business like from a full body perspective.
Very true. I really like I made like a whole Word document with everything that I do um right now, right, to prepare myself for like the small business stuff. And I look through all of that. I still it's so much, but then I also feel like I should be doing way more, um, which is why, I'm here, right? But it was very interesting. Yeah.
That is interesting. That might be something if you're comfortable with that you send to me. I would be interested to see what's on there because you'll get to this part in the second section.
Okay.
Well, actually, throughout the whole course, it's important to understand like what really matters. So, for example, there's an element of like taking care of ourselves physically that matters, right? The grooming, the aesthetics, it needs to be done.
Absolutely.
But there are ways to automate isn't the right word. There are ways to make it more efficient so that you spend less time on it. And that's kind of different for everybody with their like particular like physicality. So for example, someone who spends a lot of time on their hair, there can probably be ways that you could find to minimize that, or to use a simple one like somebody that has to make sure they shave their legs before every booking. It's like, okay, if you go through a few months of laser hair removal, you'll never have to do that again. So there's some stuff that we can do to bring that down, but then there's other stuff that we think is important that just actually isn't that important to the client. So you look quite natural in your photos, but I'll just use this as a really simple example. Some escorts might spend a really long time putting on makeup before the booking. And unless they've got like something that they really need to be covering up, like perhaps they've got particularly bad skin, for the most part, clients actually prefer that you look natural. They particularly don't need you to have like this full-on glamazon face that took you like 2 hours of contouring. And so it's just a waste of time because the client doesn't really value it. So feel free to send that to me and I can work on it with you and kind of go, hey, maybe this is an area that is just having too much time spent on it that really the client doesn't care about. Or here's this thing that you're doing and there are ways that we can make that faster. And that comes with time, but also by doing stuff like this, like looking at it and going, wow. Like I learned to do, for example, when I was working and I had an in-call that was about 20 minutes from me and I could drive to it, right? I learned to do my makeup while driving. That sounds really
Wow.
dangerous, but it's only because I wore so little makeup because like the clients don't need to wear a lot. And so now if I did get a booking, not that we want all short notice bookings, but there was a period of time where I worked really hard to take short notice bookings because it built up my client base. And instead of needing an hour and a half to be ready for a booking, I only needed an hour because they would tell me I'd get in my car, I'd drive there, like I'd be ready really actually in 45 minutes. So I won't know until I go through that list with you, but that's just a bit of a way to think about it is we need to be conscious that we're not spending time on stuff that the clients ultimately just don't care about.
That is very true. I am always very natural. Like I don't wear that much makeup for
Mm.
like bookings, and they usually also say that they like that.
Yes, I noticed that in your photos. What I liked about something you said too was that you wear that black lingerie for every booking so that you look the same as the photos, which I think is really smart. And what I also bet that does is cuts down time like agonizing over picking an outfit, which is another area that escorts will lose a lot of time in. Is like, what should I wear? It's like, babe, you're not going to be wearing it that long. Like, let's not worry too much about it. Just to have, like, honestly, I had like 3 dresses, 3 sets of lingerie. I just rotated. Like, I would make a special effort with some clients who I saw a lot, but most of them didn't really care if they saw the same thing twice.
Mhm. But yeah, I do that, and then usually they're like, "Oh my God, you look exactly like the pictures," and then they're like
Yeah,
very excited. And then when I like with regulars, I do change it up. So like I wear something new, like depending on like sometimes they also tell me after, like, "Oh, do you have anything red? Do you have anything with garter belts?" And then I do that for them like next time we see each other as like a little surprise.
that's great.
If you want to learn more escorting tips, just click the link below this video.